Hello everyone, welcome in or welcome back. It's lovely to see you again. So today I have a very exciting series to share with you guys because not only do I have one doll to share, not only do I have two dolls to share, but for once I actually bought the set of 4 to share with you guys, and that is the UFDoll and CCTV series. Now, I've also been corrected that it may be UFDoll, and I'll probably switch back and forth depending on whichever word happens to come to mind first. But that said, this is the display piece because the whole set is quite big for my desk, but it is in the shape of a TV screen, which is so cool. I've been so excited for this series. I think I'm starting to learn that UFDolls might be my favorite brand. So if you don't remember what familiar names they might have made, they have made the E-Series, which is the very first set of BJDs that I opened on this channel. They have also made the Do-Re-Mi, or probably Do-Re-Mi, band series. And now they have made the CCTV series, or the Cat TV series. So we have all 4 of them to open. And let me grab them out of the plastic casing here so that we can take a look at their box itself. So here's what the individual box looks like. As you can see on the front, we have one of our featured designs here. This one is the food channel character. If we turn to the back, then we get a view of all of the characters in this set. So this one here is the food channel. This one is the news channel. Here is the hidden, and this is the gaming channel. Here's the travel channel, and this one is the emotional channel. So I honestly love all of them. They are so cute. This whole set has such a unique concept to it that I was really excited to see them come out. From the base set, my absolute favorites are going to be the food channel and the emotional channel. I have a lot of fond memories of watching the food channel with my mom. So I feel like being someone who has always been really interested in the cultural significance of food and how people share their warmth and care through food, I have always really loved food-themed designs, and so I'm so stoked to grab this one here. However, if you have watched me on stream before, you may know that I am something of an average to low average to maybe above average Tetris player. Hello from a Tetris professional. Oh no. Now I really have to play not bad. Oh no, I'm playing so bad. So I love the Tetris themed dress so much. And I've been thinking, because it's been a long time since I've streamed, that maybe what I'll do is start streaming Tetris again and finally try and break 8,000 points on Tetris Effect, because I'm still at 7,000 and I haven't been able to break that ceiling for myself. But this would be such a good way to celebrate actually doing that. Of course, that is with the assumption that we don't get her today. I'm going to humble myself and humble my expectations and expect for just the 4 base sets, but it would be such a dream to have the Tetris themed doll as a very average to low tier to mid tier and maybe above average Tetris player. As a whole, this was the concept of TV-themed dolls, and this is such an interesting idea for dolls that aren't human. In any case, though, that's enough yapping from me. Let's open our first Cat TV and see who we get. So our very first TV here is the food channel one. Oh my god, they're really big. In a very cute manner, rather than having the character art on the card, they actually have the TV screen as their character card. Oh, and I'm not sure if these are bonuses specific to buying the whole case or if these are included with every box, but they do come with a couple of clear screens so that you can do customs. I know that I have seen photos where they actually fit a doll head inside of the TV screen, and you can place this so that it displays that, which is so interesting. And then there's also a couple sticker sheets that it comes with. Here's the food channel one, here's our emotional channel one, here's our gaming channel one, news channel, and the travel one. So I'm quite surprised by the actual scale of this doll. We'll compare with the T-Series once I have her out of the packaging here. So on top of coming with the base doll, they also come with a series of feet and hands to replace the paws and shoes that come pre-attached. There's an unpainted paw, pointed finger, the shoeless feet, a little fist, a little grabby hand, and that seems to cover the different hands that we get in the package. They're quite stubby, which I don't know how I feel about. I think it matches the proportions of the doll, but I don't know if I would switch off of like their default painted paw hands, because I feel like the stubby fingers and stuff isn't really my style. Here are the ears, the cord tail, and the little wind-up, the little clothing packet. Wow, they're really big. So on the front face is our food channel card with a spoon, a fork, and a slice of cake. The actual TV box itself for this one is brown. The cogs on the side are yellow with the blue circle in the center, and that goes for both sides. Then we've got the buttons on the front face, our yellow cross, our yellow button here, and what I would assume to be our volume buttons being in white, and there's a tiny little grate put into the sculpt there as well. As per usual with the UFDolls, I think their plastic feels quite good. So to cover the points of articulation on our doll here, you have the neck, which I'm kind of impressed because I would expect this head shape to be more stationary, but you actually can tilt it left and right, which is really cool. You've got their wrists. In their case, their paws are brown with yellow paw pads, a yellow cuff, and little blue claws there. There's the elbow movement, the shoulder movement for the upper torso. Here's their leg, which also comes with thigh swivel, their knees, and their shoes. Their shoes are these chunky shoes with a blue cat-shaped circle, what looks like yellow buckles, and a huge yellow bow on the side. This design is so precious. I love food-themed designs so much, so I'm so stoked that this was the first one that we opened. Covering the outfit components really quickly before I dress her up. Here is the yellow dress, and there is a light tan trim, the underskirt, which also has a white trim on the end. The sleeves themselves on the dress are these poofy sleeves with this white collar at the end. There's a bit of a gathering around the waistline here, and a brown paw print detailing on the side of the skirt that is adorned with a little blue bow. Next is this brown piece, which I believe is something of an overskirt. It is this brown fabric with a little bit of ruffle around the waist part, ruffle along the edge, and blue ribbon trailing all around the edge. I love how they use the blue as an accent color in this design. There's something really lovely about the color choices for this one. And then a very, very cute apron. In the backside is the bow, which is brown with blue stripes. The apron itself is actually quite detailed and very, very cute. So the straps cross over on the backside. On the front side is the little cat face, brown ears, a pink face, and pink blushes. The actual face details are done in brown and white. There is a brown bow. The straps for the dress itself, which also matches the lining of the apron here, are these 2 layers of ruffles, and one of them has a couple golden stripes going across them, and they are a little bit metallic. On the apron part itself is a little blue paw print. Here are the socks, and they are just yellow and white striped, and have a brown trim on the part that goes over top the thighs. The doll also comes with a pair of panties. Here are the ears. The ears are magnetized, and they're very strong. This one is not glued in, but does pop back into the side pretty easily, so I will probably apply a little bit of glue there myself. The 2 ears for this doll are yellow with a white inside and blue details here on the top of the ears, and also these 2 piercings here. They also have a hole here to account for the extra little paper clip bit. This one has a little notch taken out of it. I believe the order actually goes this way. Here is the wind-up part, and I believe this goes into the back slot here. I think this is a neck collar, which is just a very light tan color, light yellow, with a white frill on it. There's also this little nubbin, but I'm not too sure what this is, so I'll have to get back to you guys on what that is. I believe that covers all of the extra bits, but let's see if I can show you what the inside looks like. Oh, interesting. So front plate comes off, and I think next is the TV screen. Yes, the TV screen, which has the design embedded into this one. And there's the inside of the head. So you can see the S-hook there. There's a lot of space back here, but it looks like the front plate is just held together with 4 magnets in each corner. And this looks like it might be the metal strip that the ears attach to. So the magnets are really strong. They keep trying to attach to each other. But yeah, the ears are just magnetized to that sheet of metal that's on the inside of the head. I like that you don't have to use putty to keep these in. Given the nature of this doll, it's probably easiest to take the TV head off while you are dressing them up. The paws are also going to be a little tricky, so I'm going to try and boot the paws off of the hands here. So usually this part can be a little tricky, so we're gonna try to pull it up to get the elastic exposed. I have a 1.5 crochet needle there, and then you can take the paw off like that. Now, depending on how bold you are, you can stick something smaller that you'll be able to better feed through the clothes. I'm gonna be daring and just leave it with just the hook. And then we repeat on the other side. Now, these dolls are strung quite tightly, so you be careful while you're dressing them up for yourself. And just like that, your doll is now ready to be dressed. What is also nice about some of the UFDolls is that they do have a silicone washer to better keep their head in place. The dress goes on first, and the gloves go off for this part so that they don't catch on the Velcro as many times. And because we don't have the paws in the way, you can easily slip it through the arms. If you don't have crochet needles, then something like a toothpick also works well. I have also used little twist ties just to keep them in place. The important thing is that you don't let them fall too deep into the arm, otherwise you're going to probably have to take the forearm off and redo that little bit. So looking at the design, it seems like this part goes on the back. I usually skip all of the doll dressing, but since these ones are quite peculiar, I figured it would be kind of nice to go through it together. It snaps just like that. Then the apron can go on. This has Velcro, which makes this really easy. Make sure that the two pieces in the back are crossed in the way that you would like. Frills go on the outside, just like so. Then you can slide the neck right through, pull the arms through the holes there. Same thing on this side. And once again, kind of nice just to adjust everything in the back side so that it looks the way that you want it to. After we have the arms through, we can grab that little piece of Velcro and meet it up with the other side. Just like so. Very cute. And I think our bow helps keep the overskirt in place. If anyone knows what this piece is called, I would love to know the proper term for it. Now, this might also be troublesome to put on with our chunky shoes here, so I'm going to do a similar thing, but first I'm going to get our hands back on. I'm going to get my crochet needle, pull it up. Usually I just hold it by the end of the hook, but for demonstration purposes here, I will grab the second crochet needle here, hook it through, pull it up, stick it through so that the elastic doesn't fall back into the body. Now, I find that these ones that are kind of like more circular like this can be pretty tricky to put on, but we do our best and hook it like so. Then we can pull our needle back out and the hand is back on. Now we repeat on this side and then we have both our paws on. Now, time to take off the feet. Finding that the body elastic is much stretchier than the one holding the arms together. We can put on the socks now. Here's one. Here's two. I've gotten so much better at this after doing these unboxing videos. Now I've gotten pretty used to it. Are you guys proud of me? I'm doing my best to learn something new every single time I'm doing these videos. Oh fuck, I forgot the panties. Looks like they're just stretchy enough that I can fit the panties on without having to take the feet off again. I haven't mentioned it, but I did get these ones from Kika Goods as their distributor for UFDoll, and you can use my code GlassesAreAGift10 for 10% off your order if you so choose. Okay, so looks like there is a proper orientation for where the underwear goes, because that is the little part that is going to connect to our tail. Okay, so with that on, I think the last piece I have here is the neck piece, and that just slides right over top. Oh, so stinking cute already. So usually the dolls come with some glue to attach the magnet, but I think since these ones were meant to be pre-attached, there's no extra glue, but I had the magnets from this side here come out. I will grab some glue really quick for that. So I'm gonna set this one aside to dry for just a second. While that's drying, let's put on our other parts here. Here's our little wind-up bit, and it looks like it is cut a specific way to line up here. Just pops in there, and it's at a slight tilt. That's cute. So here's our cord tail. Our tail unravels. It bends pretty much like an armature, so pretty malleable. And there's a magnet there. It looks like this is also shaped a particular way. I'm thinking that maybe, judging by the shape, I'm thinking that maybe this is to cover the gap in case you don't want to use the cord tail. I don't love the way the human hands look for this series, but I do think that this is otherwise a pretty cool size and body type for customs. And taking out our little piercing here, it's like the longer side goes on the outside, so you can just stretch it so that it fits into the hole. Then there's one and there's two. Oh my gosh, that is so freaking cute. There we've dressed up our food channel doll together, and I actually do have sea salt here for scale, and you can see they are significantly bigger than our T-series doll, but I'm glad that these dolls are so chunky. I feel like that fits being a TV themed doll better than like if they had given it the same body as the T-series. But yeah, I didn't go over our tail too much, but it is a white cord. At the end here we have our plug-in. This one is brown to match all of the other housing bits for our TV, and golden prongs with a blue bow at the end. Altogether, I really like the color palette that they've done for the food doll. Yellow and brown always makes me think of like flan and pudding, with the brown being like the caramel and the yellow being the custard. And I think the idea of doing like blue to sort of represent those bits of cutlery is a very, very cute touch. As a whole, I am so happy with how this one looks in person, and the whole cat paws and everything is just so cute. It is a little hard to sit them down, well, rather tilt them up, just because of the fact that their tail doesn't necessarily want to sit nicely on their butt when I'm pushing up on it a little bit, but it is just held by a magnet, so it's not too surprising. I like that the ears are also magnetic and easily removable in case you don't want to have that aspect of them there, but I love it. So cute! What do you guys think of this one though? Do you have any memories watching the Food Channel? I used to watch with my mom every night before we went to bed, and all the food drama shows are kind of close to home, but even now I continue to enjoy the process of cooking and just the cultural sharing of food and what that means to people. Such a significant part of being able to indulge in different cultures. As a whole, I really, really love this one. This one is so cute. And I'm just a sucker for little aprons. What can I say? I'm a sucker for little aprons. So let me go ahead and put our TV off to the side, and let's go take a look at our second box. Let's see who is inside. 1, 2, 3. Here is the pink Sakura one. So this one is the traveling channel. The color is really pretty in person. Here's a little card of the TV screen. Kind of interestingly, as cute as this one was, this one actually wasn't my favorite. I don't know. Something about this one wasn't like super clicking with me. But she is actually very cute, or they're actually very cute in person. The colors of pink are really nice. Their main color palette is pink and green. So on their TV screen are little trees, a Sakura tree, and just a regular one, with flower petals blowing in the wind and this checker pattern in the back. The details on this one are that the TV housing itself is light pink. There are darker pink accents for the plus button, the circular button here, and the TV grate. White for the volume buttons. To me, these are volume buttons, but maybe they're not. Oh, I didn't notice it too much on the other one since the color was darker, but there are the little grate lines here as well. The cogs on the side are green with a pink circle in the center. There's a little space for the wind-up, and the paws are white, pink for the paw pads, a darker pink for the little cuff here, and that same darker pink seems to dress up their claws. The shoes are also pink and green, of course. So the base of the shoe itself is the dark pink. The buckles and the circular bit here are light pink, and the bow is going to be green, and the bottom of the shoe is light pink. Let's take a look at the individual components. It looks to be the top section of their dress. I thought that they had an apron as well, but it looks like it's actually just a separate piece. It has this frill and bow on top, which is really... Oh, okay, never mind. This is the little neck collar. It fit on so perfectly. I was like, oh, okay, I guess the bell has a frill too. No, there's just a bell, and sounds like it's hollow, no ringer inside. This yellow tassel, a green bow, connected to the larger pink bow, and it's almost like a rosy, rose gold kind of toned color. The cat face on this one is white with green ears and pink blush. The snout and the mouth are pink this time. The bow in the back is just white. Here are the little extra bits. So as we saw earlier, this is the little neck piece, and it is a very light green with a pink bow. Socks are white and they are asymmetrical. This one is longer and this one is shorter. Green frills on the top. For the shorter leg, we're going to have this little garter here, and it's just pink with a pink frill and pink bow on top. We have these little bloomers, and they're white with the green frills on the bottom. And here's the main dress section. So the top part here is a slightly peachier pink tone. The main body and sleeves of the dress itself are this lighter pink. Looks like it has a slight shimmer to the fabric, though I don't think it transfers too well onto the camera. The skirt of it has more ruffles, has lots of ruffles. There's a white ruffle trim. Comes with all the same hand parts as our other doll. Here are the ears, so same kind of things as our Food Channel doll, but this one is green with darker pink on the tips, as well as a darker pink for the little safety pin earring. The tail cord is white, and plug itself is light pink, dark pink for the prongs, and green for the bow. Let me put this one all together. Now, I would be quite curious for what other dolls their clothing would fit, or because they're such a large size for being 1/6 scale. So here is the traveling channel all dressed up. I'm opting not to put the tail on for this one just because it's a little easier with my face down setup to show you guys the doll this way. Looking at this one, do you feel the vibes that they're meant to give off? Do you feel the kind of beauty and welcoming feeling of what must be cherry blossoms? Seeing something like that bloom is probably pretty unforgettable, hey? In that way, I think that they captured the vibe quite well. I really like the little bell here in particular. I think bells are always kind of the perfect way to finish off the cat look. As a whole, this one is really cute. It's interesting how, despite not having any faces on their screen, something about them, I think through their use of color and design, with the outfits and everything, something about them still feels pretty cheery. Or like this one feels so serene, right? Because it kind of invokes those feelings of like seeing flowers and really interesting. Is this doll more your style than the food one? I think so far the food one is still gonna be my favorite, but this one was really cute, and I really enjoy the different shades of pink, and this beautiful pink too. With that said, let's go on to the third box. Okay, so let's see who our third friend to say hello to is. 1, 2, 3. So this one is going to be the news channel, which it's a little fascinating to me that this one is technically like the news channel because it's a heart monitor on the top, but oh, neat. This one seems to have extra decals here. So here is the TV screen face to represent our character card. This is the colored side. I believe this is supposed to go on the sides of their legs. I imagine that this one and the pink one are probably going to be a lot of people's favorites from this set. The black TV head is pretty striking. There are a couple different colors going on for this one, which is going to be black, a little bit of white, red, and gray. So the TV housing itself is black, the cogs on the side are gray and black. We have the heart monitor here with the checker background, and on the bottom it says palpitate with excitement, so that's good that this is a healthy, happy heartbeat. The buttons are red for the plus, red for the center circle, and white for the 2 buttons on the side. Their paws are black and white and gray, so the paw pads are gray, the paw itself is black, the cuff is white, and so are the claws. And then for their shoes, I think their combination for shoes actually looks really nice here. The base part of the shoe itself is black, the bow is red, the cat circle on top is white, and the buckles and bottom of the shoe is gray. So I believe they're the only ones in the set that are not wearing a skirt. T-shirt is just a white t-shirt, pretty plain, but does have red along the neck collar and the sleeve collars. I believe this goes around their waist, and then they actually have a pair of overalls, and there's a real chain here with a little heartbeat, and this is really, really cute. So it looks like these little straps here is going to be where our belt goes through. The cat face on theirs almost looks like a little clown because of their red nose, but looks like the top here is almost like a film reel. The ears are black, the nose is red, the cheeks are gray. That gray is repeated a little bit through the sort of striped, rolled up part of their overalls. The overall straps are held with these little white heart buttons, and the straps themselves are black ribbons. So their belt itself looks to be sort of a velvet, and there's a heart buckle. For the extra doodads, the ears are black, and the insides are kind of a pink and white color. The piercings here are red, and end of the ears are gray. The safety pin piercing is white. As for the cord, their wind-up bit is red, the tail cord is white, the plug is white, and they have properly colored prongs, with them being gray, and the bow being black. And I don't think I mentioned it, but this one does also come with a pair of panties. Oh, interesting. So the t-shirt actually does not have Velcro on it, but is actually a properly sewn shirt. Oh, I see. So it's a snap so that you still have access to the little magnet bit, I think. Looks like the magnet has popped out of this one as well. I would love for future batches of this series to have more security in how much the magnets are actually sticking to the inside of their ears. They're very strong magnets. It's not like a hard thing to fix, but it is one of those things where it's like a little inconvenient. Or even just coming with like a little extra glue might be helpful. This one doesn't seem to fit in as neatly as my other one does. I'm not sure if there was some dried glue in there that I didn't notice. So I'm not sure if it's due to the shape of the hole that was made or what, but the magnet sticks out a little bit when I push it back in. So this one isn't going to sit quite as flush to the TV head. And I believe that one is all dressed up now. I don't really know if I would agree that this represents the news channel, but I also understand that it would be kind of a missed opportunity not to have something that represented a heart monitor when you're doing a TV series, because the aesthetic of a heart monitor and how distinctly different this one is from all the other ones is very charming. That said, I don't know if I would call this one a news channel though. I would love to see this one dressed up instead in like nurse clothing or medical field related clothing. I feel like this one in particular would be really cool to dress up, and so far this one might actually be my least favorite of them. I do think it's really cool, but I think the outfit just isn't really for me, and the high collar kind of bothers me a little bit. I'm not sure if that would have been fixed if I turned it around. I think maybe I just didn't straighten the shirt enough when I was putting on the overalls. That said, I do like a lot of the little details and how they've incorporated hearts further into the design, with the heart chain here being an actual chain, which is really cool, and the heart buckle on the belt. I also like the little heart buttons for the straps here too. This one is really cool, and again, I can definitely see this one being a popular favorite among all of them. It's also not a whole ton of dolls where you get not a skirt. So, now this one off to the side, and 1, 2, 3. So no hidden for us, but this one was the other one that really caught my eye, and I'm excited to see it. So here is our card here. You match the TV screen. So as far as the TV parts go, the TV housing here is white. The decoration parts are gold, or they're like a very pale gold. So that is the case for the cogs with the white center, the plus button, the center button, and the grate at the top. Of course, with all of the other ones, the side buttons have been white. The TV screen itself is this lock that is the same kind of tan gold color with a white heart in the center. There are these gold lines at the bottom and white and gray striped background for this one. The paws for this one are actually pearlescent. So the paws themselves are white and pearly, and they almost have like a golden shimmer to them. The paw pads, cuffs, and claws are all gold. Finally, the shoes are white and gold, with the gold parts being the bow, the buckles, and the bottom of the shoes. Here are the ear component. Thankfully, it seems like the magnets have remained inside the ears for this one. They are entirely white, so the insides are also white. The balls at the end here are gold. Same with the piercing. Our extra little safety pin piercing one is also gold. For the tail, the wind-up part here looks to be gold. The prongs are gold, and the bow is gold, and everything else is white. Oh, this is so cute. So the dress is all one piece, and it gives me the vibes of like a nightgown. This one is our only one to have long sleeves, and there are these frills at the end here. There's a little bit of a frill around the neck as well. There's something of a banner part in the front here, which has that same pastel gold color, and something of a heart emblem that goes down the center. The underdress is very simple, but to be honest, I find it really pretty. You've got that same bunching around the waistline here. The skirt is just white frills, and the underskirt petticoat part is just white as well. You have these longer pumpkin shorts, and it looks like this part might go around their neck. I can see how handling these dolls and trying to dress them if you're not used to it might be kind of tricky, so just remember to take it slow. All the parts seem to be rather forgiving in that the elastics are quite stretchy. It's pretty easy to get the limbs through things, but I imagine that the hardest part really is going to be getting the S-hook in and out of this little ball socket here. This one is super easy to dress up since it's only a couple pieces. Can't say I'm the biggest fan of how they've done the neck frill here. I would love to know if you actually are supposed to cut these to size, but that brings me way too much anxiety to cut it. Okay, cute. I don't know if it's supposed to be double layered like that, but I like the way that it looks. So cute! So there is our last TV dressed up. Now, emotional channel is kind of a vague term. I guess with the other ones fitting their names so much, once you get into like something more arbitrary, I mean, I can't really say that like, oh, this doesn't make me think of the emotional channel, because like, what does that even mean? But this one turned out really beautiful. This one is so gorgeous in the way that they use the beige tones with the off-whites. They kind of match like the golden accents. This one is really beautiful, and I also love that the paws are pearlescent as opposed to all the other ones where they were just flat colors. Since this one has a very like simple color palette between just the two colors, I definitely like how they've added like this one has even more frills. So, you know, I always say this, but like the different textures and the different finishes to kind of give it more detailing. This one was the one that caught my eye the most when I originally saw the series, and I think that holds true. I think this one is just so beautiful. So with all of that, let me go ahead and get our dolls together here. So they don't really fit nicely into my screen here, but here they all are. And which one ended up being your favorite? Even though the emotional channel was the one that caught my attention the most, I think my favorite is actually the food channel, though I don't really think that that's surprising either. I've got a lot of sentimental value in the sharing of food and food culture and the food channel with my mom. So I think this one is just so cute, and I kind of love when like really cutesy dolls use like other colors, so not just pink, but also this one is brown and yellow and it's mustard colored, and that's really cute to me. But this one I really love too. These two definitely caught my eye the most, and seeing them in person, they made me fall in love with them even more. I think they are both so beautiful, they are so cute. These two I also think are really cute. This one ended up surprising me how much I like it in person, but I actually think that the heart monitor one might actually be my least favorite out of all of them, which is kind of surprising because I think when I was looking at them, I was really intrigued by the heart monitor theme. But somehow, along all the other ones, it being more subdued and simple makes it kind of my least favorite, even though I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing either. It is just kind of a matter of personal taste, but I definitely think that this one would have the most potential in terms of dressing it up though. But I also enjoy the contrast that's kind of between the black TV and the white TV. So cool how they managed to achieve these different characters while none of them even have expressions or faces. They have TV faces, they have TV screen. Yeah, this one was such an exciting one to add to my collection because they're so different and the idea is so cool, and I'm really happy that I was able to get the 4 set to share with you guys. But with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I had a whole ton of fun dressing them up, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, you can use my code GlassesAreAGift10 for 10% off your order at Kika Goods. I hope to see you guys soon, whether that be in a stream or another video. If you guys are interested in watching me play Tetris until I can afford the Tetris-themed doll, then I would love to know that as well. That would be a really fun endeavor. And it's been a little while since I've been on stream and actually gotten the chance to like actually sit down and chat with you guys, not just pre-recorded. In any case, take care of yourself, stay safe, drink water, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!